As you know, yesterday a decision was taken by the workforce to take control of the compound at Arceolor Mittal, where we will have occupied that space and chained ourselves in the compound. That was to demand the company meet with us to discuss the issue of severance, the issue of pension, the issue of separation benefits, and other liabilities that is owed to the workers. This company, since our last meeting on the 11th of March, refused to meet with the union, the representative of the workers, to discuss anything. And we took that action yesterday. And that action brought about a meeting with the company, where the Minister of Finance, Minister of Labour would have facilitated that meeting. And that meeting started about 6 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And at that meeting we had the Minister of Labour with her team, about 5 senior officers. We had, with representing the company, Robert Belay, the Managing Director. We had Brian Hackett from Price Waterhouse, who represents also the company at that meeting. We had the trustees present, Republic Bank. We had the actuary present, Tim Kim. We had also with him representative from Republic Bank, other than the trustees. At that meeting, which we called because we had no information as it relates to our pension plan, what will be happening as it relates to the winding up of the plan, no answers was coming forth to us. We went in that meeting asking the question as it relates to the application of workers between the age of 50 to 59 who wanted to access early retirement, early pension. 3 weeks now. What we found out, comrades, is that the company, by initiating the clause, the article of termination, have denied the workers any attempt, denied the workers the right to access pension. So what that means, and what we heard at that meeting, is that we did not get a severance or a separation package. We did not get paid, or we will not be paid for the years of service in any way of separation by the company. And the expectation of a pension and a lump sum to pay our mortgages and our bills has also been denied. So we are a workforce that has been denied the right to be employed because the company has decided to do a voluntary winding up of the company, indicating that they are insolvent, denied us the right to earn a living, denied us the right to severance benefit, because the laws of this country has not changed since the inception. Through governments came, government go, no one would have attempted to change legislation or to bring new legislation. So we, the workers of Arcelor Mittal, Tube City, Centurion, we, the family of these workers, we, the 2,000 citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, has been denied the right to separation package, has been denied the right, as we found out last night, against whatever the Minister of Finance would have been made a statement stating that the pension plan was fully funded is untrue. Last night we found out that the company would have taken an advice from the actuaries. One of the advisors pays 6%, even though they know fully well that 6% will allow the plan to not be funded properly. They would have been paying 6% for the longest while. And one of the questions to the actuaries was, this 6% that the company would have paid, is that because of the surplus being railroaded, which was 300 million US dollars. And he said yes. So the company has used up 300 million US surplus from the pension plan by paying the 6%. It would have come down to 54 million in 2014, and to date, that surplus is zero. Last night at that meeting, we found out that the company would have made a lump sum payment of $9 million a week and a half ago to the pension plan because it was undersubscribed. And it is still, about $2 million is still outstanding to that fund in order for it to be fully subscribed. So the information we got in the presence of the minister was that the plan was not fully subscribed. So the information that the Minister of Finance would have given us as it relates to that, we found out wasn't true. Our plan to date, and the company would have said that they have cut the check, but the check has not been deposited into the Republic Bank. So as I speak now, the plan is not fully subscribed, as we know, as we were told last night, in the presence of the Minister of Labor, in the presence of the trustee, the actuary. We were told that the plan is not presently being up to date and being fully subscribed. The liquidator will be appointed today at a meeting at 2 o'clock in Port of Spain. What does that mean? That means that all these workers here who would have placed money into the pension fund, who will be expecting to apply, who have 50 years and over, and apply for the pension, because we are in this point here where there is no salaries, there is no money coming in, there is no income, there is no money to pay our mortgages, to buy food and groceries, to mind our families, and we are expecting a pension plan. There is no money. The liquidator will be appointed today. And what has to happen is that that plan has that money, that billion TT dollars that we have in Republic Bank, now has to be placed into the hands of an insurance company who will invest it to realize an annuity to pay the workforce. And we can only access it when we reach 60. That is the reality that is before us. We will not get a cent from our pension plan that we contributed for, that is presently $1 billion sitting in Republic Bank, until each one of us reach the age of 60. And we're not sure if that investment that is going to be made by the actuaries and Republic Bank is going to yield the pension that we presently have statement for. If it's going to be lower, most likely it's going to be lower. So our pension is going to be railroaded even further. Nothing, it was said, nothing we can do. But we know what we can do, comrades. And we have been doing it. And we're going to continue to raise our voices. And we're going to continue to ask the government who can make an intervention here on behalf of the workforce. Just like Clico. Just like one individual who would have gotten how much $1 billion reprieved. And we're not asking for billions of dollars, we are asking that they stop this multinational who has used the laws to their advantage, to the detriment of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and will walk away from this country with all their money, not paying the liabilities to the workers, which is upwards of $2 billion, not paying severance, not paying and allowing this pension plan, and no money from the pension to go to the workers. And I'm saying that cannot be right.
No way.
I'm not hearing your comrades. And we have been making calls. We have been making calls since December. We have written the Prime Minister twice. He has not responded to us. We are at our last, comrades. We have heard the Minister of Finance defend this company not once but twice. We have a sales agreement that was signed by Arceolor Mittal, then Mittal. The sales agreement said that 40% of the company was supposed to be placed on the stock market so the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and the workers could benefit. That was not done. If that was done, we would have had 40% control and we would have been able to say how this would have gone forward. It will not have been a voluntary wind-up because we would have demanded that that plant stay open. We would have denied that right because government after government sat in the parliament and did nothing. And we are suffering today because the laws of Trinidad and Tobago was not changed so that the workers could be protected from what has taken place here. And I'm saying that no worker, after this bunch, should go through this. No worker. I'm also saying we shall get some reprieve from this situation, comrades. Yes. One way or the other. One way or the other. It cannot be that a government, a sitting government, who is hearing the cries of this union, of these workers, of these citizens, of the wives and husbands and children of these workers, crying out to you that a company that we have worked for 35, 36 years, some of us, is allowed to walk away and we have nothing and our houses going to be confiscated by the banks and whatever financial institution we have our mortgages with. And our children will have to suffer because we now have to recalculate their lives because we have no jobs and no salaries coming in, comrades. This situation is terrible for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. I do not know how again to tell the government of Trinidad and Tobago what is going on here. How again must this workforce, must this union say that this government must come forward and do not stand back and let this multinational do what they're doing? And if they cannot say something or do something or come out here and support the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago by making some decision as it relates to this multinational, then the workers have to do it. Yeah. That you have not 1 cent to get from your pension plan. We're not sure what is going to take place with our pension plan. To let you know that we have $1 billion worth of assets in our pension plan in Republic Bank. That we're not sure who is going to be invested in with. We're not sure how long the situation of getting an annuity out of that investment, if it's a year or if it's 10 years, we're not sure. So you could pretty well reach 60 and not have a pension because it wasn't finished, the process wasn't finished. Because the actuary said, because of the size of the plan, no one insurance might be able to absorb that. So you'll have to get an unprecedented approach of having more than one insurance company come together to absorb that and to provide an annuity. That is the reality, comrades. It is a sad day, but I had to bring you here to tell you that and to inform you that the information that the Minister of Finance had given to the citizens through a press release is wrong. And last night we got the correct information, which we have just given to you. And we, after this press conference, will have to make some decisions as it relates to having somebody from government say what relief we're going to get. Because it cannot be we going home there without a job, without money, and nobody saying anything. It can't be that. Because if it's that, I dreaming. And if it's that, something wrong. I had to be dreaming and wake me up. Presently, on pension, will not see any further increase in the pension because in the normal pension rules will have indicated according to the performance of the plan, they will get a increase up to 4% annually. That is now through the window. The other thing about that is they now have to source, because of the winding up, source an annuity that will pay exactly what they are getting now for the rest of their lives. No increases.